Perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice. Can't get back on. You're gone, girl, I miss you. Can't get back on. You're gone, girl, I miss you. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls ain't polite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls ain't polite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls ain't polite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect. Perfect.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you've got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out.
Hello. How are we doing? Are we doing decent? That's all we really hope for, really. This is decent. Decent work. We're doing decent. Ugh. So we're gonna be working on the niki thing. I actually thought about doing a Valentine's Day thing today, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm way behind on this, and I need to get this done. So we're doing this. If my mic is a little scuffed, please tell me, because I had to adjust it for a school project, so it may be a little scuffed from that. But I think I got it all good. God, I hate this song. You know what? We're just gonna remove it. Get the fuck out of my playlist. Okay. Yeah. But we're gonna be working on that today. I actually sent... I don't have much, like, because I have to, like... Yeah. I sent the animatic to be reviewed by some people, but they haven't gotten back to me yet, so who knows what that's gonna happen. But yeah, we're gonna work on that, because I want this done by February, like end of February, and you know, it's a little into February. Yeah, it's like halfway into February, so maybe like first week of March, or I think we're probably looking at first week of March. Next month is March, right? Next week, so probably the first week of March is probably when this is gonna get released. But I'm kind of aiming for that day. Like probably the 4th of March is what I'm aiming for. Will it happen then? Probably not, let's be honest. But, you know what? That means I just gotta put on a little bit more hours. I also tried to fix the delay, so hopefully the delay is better. No promises for that either, because my stream setup is always stuff. But yeah, let's get into her. Yeah. We'll turn her a bit more down. Yeah, but I figured it's pretty chill. Also, the Super Bowl's going on. The only thing about the Super Bowl is I do have someone ready to spam me in case Kenobi drops. And then, you know, we can get some Kenobi action. I need to plug in my tablet. That would be helpful. I don't know how many people will show up here. Because again, Super Bowl's happening. And also, it's the weekend before Valentine's Day, so people might be doing Valentine's shit today. But if you're like me, and lonely, and hate sports, welcome to the stream. If you're not like me and actually having fun, good. I love you. Good job. You're doing good, fam. But, yeah, I'm just gonna play through what we got so far, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Let's turn this down. There we go. So this is what I've got so far. Oh, fuck. That was easy. There we go.
You ain't welcome around here anymore. You just might as well go.
Also, I want to redo this scene,
You wipe the blood from
but I'm keeping it in there for now in case, like, I can't redo
I'll be
it,
back when you
then I'll
least
still have it.
expect it.
But,
Hell's coming with me.
so there's that, and then we have something over here. So I was thinking about finishing up this sequence.
There is a hill at the bottom of the valley
This is what we were working on
where all
last
the poor souls go when they die.
time. So doing this
And
part.
if you listen real close, you can hear 'em like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive. There is a town at the bottom of that
Maybe
hill.
doing a couple of the
They
shading
got
parts
a
of that.
secret that they keep like a
Maybe doing
slave.
this part too.
They got a
finishing
black
this part off
magic
should be great.
creature. You do
Maybe
well
finally
to
do
let
the hand.
Sure, you'll be headed up that hill to the grave. And it is well with my soul. You line your pockets.
And maybe we'll bleed into some of the techno backstory part, because that's what this is. This is techno. Techno backstory. Whoop. Lag. So Photoshop's been really lagging for me today, so if it just lags out, that's probably why. Backstory. BS backstory. So that will go here. So that should be fun. So yeah, we'll turn this back up and we'll go back and do like Nikki and shit.
Just one big whirlwind, one big
Yeah.
emotional
But that's the plan.
Over the next
Also,
few
this part
days,
might
we
be
got
fun to do.
talking with
I don't know,
every
this is like more
single
busy
word. I
work
started falling
than actual
farther,
progress.
farther and farther for you.
Oh, yeah, we did this transition last time, and this transition is probably my favorite. It's so good. Oh no, I like it. Now we have to do this transition to that, which this isn't really a transition, it's gonna be more of a jump cut. But, yeah. We could do this transition. If we want to do more transitions, we do this transition. That might be a fun transition to do. We could also do this kind of transition.
It was too late for me, and that's what we were.
But we might be able to do that transition.
But I wouldn't have it any
This is a very long section, so how about we do this first, and then do from there. I think. I don't know. If I get absolutely bored of this, which I shouldn't say, because I should just do this. Put my head down and do it, damn. But yeah. Yeah. Let's cuts off her hair, because we need the next scene to have her with like shorter hair. Are we gonna do the Mulan cut, like just a clean cut, no issues? Like, this is how blades work. Need more hype music. What the hell is this? Okay. I'm in like a weird mood for music. Like I need some like good old rocky stuff. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Oh, you want to hear about my cursed week of I think there's a gang war going on near my dorm. That's fun. That's a fun story. Yeah, so there was a gunshot apparently near my dorm, and it actually like hit one of the windows of my dorm. Not my dorm particularly, but like the building. And apparently it hit the window and cracked a window, and people are like, oh fuck, oh shit. But like a ricochet bullet went pew. Which my parents were the ones to tell me that happened, so that was fun.
At the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen,
Where all the poor souls go when they die. What about we do this? We transition it from here to Dream kind of like, or Dream XD kind of leaning over someone, and then we'll have him pop up back over here. Like this middle section right here. We'll do that. Wait. I got it. Okay, that's cuts off at 20. So we do that. 20, and then we pull this back to like that, and then we can do this. Like that, maybe. And pull that back to 20. And then we can have this where it's like Nikki here. I think.
the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close.
Okay, so we do like this, where like. We can have like Nikki here. What about we have this? Right. We have Nikki here, where she's like almost like cutting off her hair here. Because I think I have her with like really long hair. Hold on. Okay, we have a like a little bun thingy. So she's supposed to mimic Minoan culture at the beginning, and then like become like Nikki. So we'll start with like that same hair, so we can like establish it's the same character. And then we can like have it cut off, so then we have that establishing shot. We're gonna have to give her the same outfit still, but I just wanted to do the different hair. Okay. What about we do this? Alright. So anyways. So a gun apparently fired off and hit a kid's window, and didn't go through, so luckily that was okay. But people are pissed because, like, see, I didn't tell anyone it happened, and, like, I guess we were supposed to just know it happened. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't talk to anyone, so I don't know shit. So that was interesting. But yeah. Hold on, how do Hans work? We'll do like this, where you can kind of see that. Yeah. But yeah. So that was interesting. And then we had a bus. So I was running home from a bus on Thursday, right? And Thursday was interesting because, well, first of all, was like speech, and I was just like fucking terrible. Listen, getting from my 3D class to my speech class is absolute shit. It is the worst. Like, it's awful. Cause like I gotta like make I have to walk like maybe five blocks in like 5 minutes, or like I guess it's 5 blocks in like 6 minutes. But like you got like 5 minutes to get to the bus, or you're fucking screwed. You gotta wait like 30 minutes, and your class starts in 30 minutes, so you're fucking screwed. Luckily I'm a fast walker, so I just bulldozed my way through it. Honestly, I've thought about like I thought about like when I first like was having problems with the class, like getting there. I was like, maybe I should just like change the class, right? But then like the teacher was good, and I was like, fuck, okay. What's the chance I get another good teacher, like get a bad teacher after this? It's like very high, so then I was like, fuck, I'll just keep it. But like I had already walked like, I guess, like 10 blocks that day. And I was like, fucking shit, I'm so fucking tired. We get on the bus. And the bus, like we hear over the bus like intercoms. Like, over the bus intercoms you hear the bus drivers being like, be careful when you go by the street. The target is still on the loose and they are driving fast. Just be careful where you are driving. And I was like, probably okay. Probably nothing wrong with that. And so we're like driving. I'm like looking through Twitter because like fuck this shit. I'm not about this. I didn't sign up for this. I just got on a bus and I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day because stupid class schedules. And then we're like, we drop off people at like the 3rd stop before my dorm, and we drop off people, and then they're like going in, and I'm like, wow, it's eerily quiet and dark on this street. Probably nothing. It's always eerily quiet and dark. Turns out it was more eerily quiet and dark during that street. So I kind of just was like, this is probably okay. It was not okay. Let me tell you right now, not okay. It is not an okay thing. We got halfway down that street. Like, we're supposed to turn at the end, you know, get to the second drop off, and then like, you know, and then the ghost bus with only me in it because no one goes to my dorm. I was like, are we supposed to go to my dorm? Nah, we didn't get anywhere near the end of that street because we got near the end of the street and a cop car turned down, and they stopped the car that was stopped in the middle of the street up there. And the bus immediately stopped, turned all the lights off in the bus. Everyone was like, oh fuck, we gonna die. Good job us. We're just trying to get some food. Dying. I should have taken the bus that took an hour. This is shit. But we're going down we stop, right? And we see the cop car, like, just like, I didn't see any guns, so I think we're good. But like, you just see the cop car just be like, yes, this is not okay. I see 2 people get out of the car, like the parked car that's not the cop car. Like the parked car looked like a pizza car because it has like the big triangle on the top of it, right? So you see 2 people climb out of that car, and they're just like running from like the side of the road to the car and back, and there was like one guy in like a red shirt and one guy in a blue shirt. I was like, wow, this is kind of funny. Well, like in a weird way, because like, you know, this is probably not okay, but like also at the same time, this is like perfect because they're both in different shirts, and like character creation says this is kind of funny. Because that's how my brain works, man. So I'm like, kind of interesting. I mean, wouldn't try at home, but like, it's a little interesting. They're wearing different shirts. It's just like a clan sort of situation. Like maybe they get shipped together if they were like actually a thing. Like maybe. But I'm like, that's probably okay. Probably nothing wrong here. Cop car pulls up and I'm like, something wrong here. The bus that I'm in, all the lights turn off. Like we're just like, all the headlights turn off. All the inside cab lights like in the bus turn off, and I'm like, this is a good sign. And then the bus literally, like I don't know if anyone has a dog, like if anyone here has a dog, but like imagine the actions of your dog getting in trouble and slowly backing away from you. That is what it felt like in this bus. It felt like we were a dog in trouble, like we like ate the trash or something, and now we were slowly backing away from the situation and hoping that no one noticed us. I was like, we're not supposed to be here. Yes. I see. This is shit. This is a shit location and issue and shit show. So I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Okay, I see. We're just not okay here. And it was kind of funny because it was just like, yeah, slowly back away now. Just slowly. There's another kid with me that was just like, everyone else just like, continue scrolling on their phones. Like me and this other kid was just like, we glanced at each other and we were like, that's not good. And like, even like the bus driver who had the radio on the whole time just shuts off the radio. They're like, nah, bitch, we ain't doing that shit. I was like, probably nothing wrong here, right? And they're like, no, whatever, it's fucking wrong. So we're like backing up. It's a good maybe like 10 minutes of backing up, and we're like, yeah, this is good. We're doing good. Can you tell that how good we're doing? Oh my god. It's a good 10 minutes of just backing the bus up, and I'm like, what do I do if like people try to rob the bus? Like, first of all, that's a terrible idea. Second of all, why a bus? Like, that's the most obvious target. Like, like that would be just an awful idea. But like, also at the same time, if you're like your car broke down, I could just see you being like, I guess this is my only option. Time to rob a bus. But like with kids inside, I'd be like, fuck nah, man. That seems like just a mistake. Like, you don't know what those kids in the back will do. Like what would they like? And if they're artists and you know they're artists, like, they're gonna have blades on them. I don't know. I just feel like that's a... So I was like, logically that wouldn't make sense, but these guys might not be thinking logically. So I was like, okay, well, guess this is fate. Which, I don't know if this is the best way to approach a situation, but hey, whatever. But at this point, the bus is still, like, backing up, and I'm like, yes, it's just fine. Everything's okay. Luckily, no one had a panic attack on the bus, like how kids did in, like, school drills. God, school drills are the worst, man. Like, people would just be like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, it's a fucking drill. And they're like, how do you know? And I'm like, dude, the teacher isn't on the ground with us, dummy. Like, the teacher cares more about their life than ours, idiot. Like, the teacher's not on the ground. They're not here to protect you. What do you think they're here to fucking get paid? School not paying them enough to get shot. Like, whatever. But, like, this bus driver was, like, backing up fast. And I was like, ah, yes. Or they're backing up slow, but, like, fast in comparison. They're like, no. They noped right out of there. It was kind of funny. They just like, nah, not today, bitch. Backed right out of there. But yeah, I was like, ah, yeah, this is probably okay. Probably not scuffed. Smile. Oh, flowing makes for Wilbur. I hate, like, hearing songs and being like, I use this for this speed paint. But, yeah. So we're backing right out of there, and we're like, yes, this is fine, this is fine. We back all the way back up to, like, the stop, like, that we stopped at before and we let the kids off, and I was like, wow, I wonder if those kids, like, saw the police cars and ran to the fucking door. But, yeah. So we're backing up all the way to, like, the previous stop, and, like, we can still see the police cars, and we're still like, this is probably not a good thing. And then the bus driver does, like, the thing that I would be, like, last to, and she opens her, like, she has a glass screen because of COVID, so she opens the glass screen, and then she opens the door on her side, so, like, basically trapping us in the back, like, without, like, having to open the glass door. And she goes and talks to someone else at the previous building. And, I was like, well, we are lacking a driver. I wonder if one of us could, if, like, someone came after us, like, just hit on the the gas and run the guy over, because, I will do that. I will take that. I will call it self-defense. Luckily, nothing happened like that, so the bus driver just got back in the bus, closed the door, backed up even further to, like, the intersection, and then just turned down a different way. We almost got hit in the back, too. Like, that was another thing. Like, since all the bus's lights were off, like, no one could see the bus. And, we backed all the way up to, like, we backed all the way up to, like, the street. Like, the intersection, little street thingy. And, oh my god. Like, me and this other kid were sitting in the back, and we're kind of, like, watching. We're like, yeah, this is kind of scary, but it's probably okay. And then, fucking, the little tiny car came up and, like, almost back-rammed us. And me and this kid was like, holy fucking shit, we're gonna like, holy shit, it's the police cars, and whatever the police is dealing with, they're not gonna kill us. It's that fucking car! Holy fuck! So, also try to be quiet. Because, yeah. But yeah, so it's just like, oh my god, another thing. Ugh, awful. But yeah, I was like, fucking shit, what is this bitch doing? Holy shit. I won't be back-rammed. I'm in the back of the bus. I don't want to be back-rammed. You go first. But, like, it was just like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, maybe he didn't see us, but I was like, we're kind of a big bus. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, it's like, okay, that's a little weird. Anyways, we're turning around, like, a different lane, and we completely avoid the situation. We're going forward again, and the bus's, like, cabin lights turn back on, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I turn to this kid next to me, and they're like, what the fuck happened? So then we're like, does the Discord, like, we have, like, a school Discord, like, for our grade. Is the Discord saying anything? And, so we open the Discord, and the Discord's like, nothing. They're like, it's probably fine. no one's near there, and I'm like, we've been near there. What are you fucking talking about, bitch? Bitch, I saw it. And we're like, wow, we're not gonna get any info from them. And then the other kid next to me was like, what if I text my friend? They usually know everything. I'm like, dude, we were literally the closest people to it. If we don't know what's happening, how the hell does the person across campus know? But hey, they did it anyways, and I'm like, fucking, okay, whatever. I'm like, yes, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So they text their friend, and their friend's like, I don't fucking know what's happening. I'm like, see? No one knows what the fuck's happening. Except for the bus drivers. The bus drivers know everything. The bus drivers know. They know it all. They're gonna take... Okay, let's see.
For all the poor souls going.
So, originally for this scene, I'm gonna be honest, it was
At the bottom of the valley.
him, like, leaning on his desk, which I just did a position which doesn't make sense for you because you can't see me. But, it's like, it was originally, like, Dream XD kind of, like, leaning on the desk like this. Like, you know, the classic, like, oh my god. And then, like, putting his hand up and, like, dribbling sand out into making, like, her... And then her, like, cut, and then, like, it wasn't gonna be her cutting off her hair, but then I was like, I kind of want her hair cut off, so I was like, so it was really gonna be like this, and it was just making her out of sand, and then, like, moving on. So, like, now that I'm kind of, like, changing it up, because I want her hair to be cut off, because I think it's cuter, I gotta change up this scene, this planned scene, so we'll see how it works.
At the bottom of the valley.
We can also, like, trim this part, because this is pretty long.
The hill at the bottom of the valley. Where all the poor souls go when they die.
I say we just, like, work on, like, her cutting off her hair here.
Where all the poor souls go when they die.
Okay, what about this?
The bottom of the valley.
So, this kind of, like, gets cut here. And then, no, that's too big. Really long time. Like, we do this, right?
Bottom of the valley.
So,
Hill at the bottom of the valley.
where the poor souls go when they die.
And if you listen real close.
So, what if we did, like, her cutting off her hair here? We have to translate this. We have to transition this to here, and then to back to here. So we need a quick cut thingy.
Where all the poor souls go when they die.
I kind of want her looking at her hair here. So what if we did, like...
When they die.
We do this sort of shit show. And then we can just come down to 18 here. Like this.
Bottom of the valley. Where all the poor souls go when they die.
Okay, so we can have her here looking down at her hair that she's cut off. And maybe getting up.
Where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen.
Because that's a different line. So this is when they die, and then this is just music. So if we do like this. We do like a hand. What about like maybe along this line of a hand, kind of like grabbing the hair that she's cut off, right? And we'll have a top view. I think that's the best way to do it. And we can have her like kind of drop it into like the sand. Oh yeah, so we'll have like a top view and then we'll transition
So when they die,
to her dropping it and then it points.
and if you listen,
I don't know. I feel like that's the best way to do it. But we have like this sort of view here. Like this. Right? And then we can do like something like this. Alright. Oops. And then we can do something like this, I think. Okay, so continuing the story of how I almost fucking died, I think, maybe I didn't, I don't know, probably fucking died. Yeah, so they're like, so we backed up and we're like going down the street and we drop off half the people, more than half the people. It's a ghost bus, so by the ghost bus I mean it's just me and the kid that like I was talking to before that's like, oh, that's my friend, and I'm like, this is probably fine, like, yeah, it's probably okay. And then we're just like, yes, good job, whatever, you know, like. But then we're passing by like the street that comes out to it, and like we see the cop cars on the side, and I go, let's see if we can catch this shit. And I'm like expecting us to just drive right past it, be like, perfectly fine, you know, perfectly fine, nothing to worry about. Drive past the weird car that got like 3 police cars around it and probably has drugs in it. Like, we just drive past it, you know, as you do. But no, this bus stops. No, this bus stops because apparently there's a railroad, like, and like I know it's like the law to stop before the railroad for a bus, public transport, but like, bitch had to stop right at the where the street is, and we had a perfect view of like the 3 police cars and this other the pizza van, sort of the pizza car thing. I'm like, fuck, dude, we're gonna be like, you know, it's a, you know what, at least the doors are closed, right? At least the doors are not closed, because when the bus stops and they open their front door, and I'm like, wow, we're gonna imagine like the guy, like if the police has got him, he's just like, because there was 2 of them, right? So imagine like one of the guys, maybe like the guy in a red shirt, like hops in the bus at that time. I'm like, fuck, what do we do? What the fuck? The bus just opened their door where the guys are. I'm like, fuck, that's, well, this is how that's it. That's fucking it. That's it. And we sit there because it's like a bus, so it's slow. So we sit there for a good like 15 seconds, and I'm like, I've accepted fate. Fate accepted me. If I don't live stream, well, that's it. That's literally what I was thinking about. I was like, rip my stream. I hate that was my top priority. I was like, I can't, well, I'm not gonna be able to stream if I'm dead. That really was my top priority, and I was like, oh fuck. Not like if I'm gonna finish like my animatic, or if I'm gonna finish like this. No. Will I stream on Sunday? Who knows? Not me. And then we find, like, luckily nothing happened because I'm streaming right now. But like, we're like, we get past it, and like, I have to get out at like our bus stop, and then I have to walk across, because my dorm isn't like directly at the bus stop, because I don't know, they hate me or something. Fate probably hates me, let's be honest. But yeah, so my dorm isn't right at the bus stop. I have to like walk across the street. And like, this street, like, I've seen people speed race across it. So, you know, a little cautious, a little dangerous, nothing too bad. So I'm like, you know, looking both ways, being like, there's someone being arrested down that line, and I can see the cop cars in the distance, so probably not a good sign. But you know what? I want to go get some dinners and go to my dorm. So yeah, so I cross the street and it's fine and I don't die. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign, man. I'm gonna be honest. Great sign there. But yeah, I'm like, this is fine. It is fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing's wrong, fam. So I'm like, this is fine. Get to the dorm. I'm like, I like my shit burger. Good burger. I like shit burger. Shit burger, good. And of course it's like slightly cold because the bus was like, we're gonna delay your burger a slight bit because we have to back ominously away from these police cars. And I'm like, that's fair. That's a fair thing. Also, the kid that I was talking to, he seemed pretty cool, but like, I'll never see him again, and I didn't get his number or like his Instagram or anything because I was a coward. So, you'll never hear about that kid ever again. Because he didn't seem like a storyboard kid, and I'm only talking to storyboard kids, apparently. I actually did try to talk to like an animation kid because I was like, you know what, I need to get to know animation kiddos, you know, just as you do. Did not go well. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. I mean, they did say like they've been animating 2 seconds for the past 8 hours. I'm like, if you're animating 2 seconds for the past 8 hours, then what the fuck are you doing? I mean, it's fair, but I think I've been spoiled. I think, like, get faster. I mean, they're animation kids, so they can take as much time as they want. But, you know, they're also pissy, right? So this kid, they're an animation kid, and they're being pissy as fuck. And I'm like, you know what, you be you. If you've been animating 2 seconds for 8 hours, that's fair. You know, be as pissy as you want. Just, you know, be pissy to yourself. You know, I don't need to know that you're mad that you animated 2 seconds for 8 hours. I don't need to know that. And also, they're being pissy about it while, like, the storyboard kids are in the front of the bus. Because, like, they're in the back of the bus, right? They're, like, they're sitting in the back of the bus, like, with their hoodie up, and they're like, and I'm like, okay. And they're, like, being pissy about it, and then, like, I don't know what you signed up for, like, this is animation, like, do you think animation was gonna be 3D shit show? Like, that's even, like, are you just gonna model? That's modeling. Like, go to modeling. What do you think this was? Like, I don't know what you thought it was, but animation's weird. Animation's time consuming, and usually you don't get the good, and you only get good payoff if you make it yourself. And you just gotta sit through it and, like, have patience. And if you can't have patience, you're not a good animation person. Like, go into a different discipline if you just don't have patience, man. Anyway, so this animation kid being pissy in the back of the bus, like, me and my storyboard people are in the front of the bus singing the Harry Potter song from 2013, like champs, and talking about how New York pizza is the best. So, you know, what's there to be pissy about? But they're just pissy that we're, like, happy at 8 p.m. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Fucking shit. Also, this was actually at the exact same time, like, Working Techno was meeting up on Twitter, and I was like, okay. Which I learned later, but, I was having fun talking about, I think we were just mainly talking about how, like, food in the South was better than food in Ohio. So, but I think we all know that one, so I don't think there's an issue there. But, yeah. So, we're talking about that, and we're like, having fun. We're singing, like, Duck Song and all the old ones from, like, the old OG songs, you know. When a Badger didn't come up, which, saddened, you know. But, you know, everything else came up, so it was, I'm sorry, they're Harry Potter nerds, man. I wasn't into Harry Potter. I kind of got shit on for trying to get into Harry Potter. I tried to get into Harry Potter once, and one of my teachers at the time was like, Harry Potter's too advanced for you, and you should take other books, like this baby book. And I said, fuck you, I just won't read, and then I swore off reading for 8 years. And then teachers begged me. They begged me to read, and I said, no. The second grade teacher that told me I couldn't read ruined it for everyone. I'm sorry. So, yeah. But, so yeah, I'm just like, We're gonna do this. Anyways, so we're like having fun and shit, and they're talking about like, we're not talking about webcomics as much anymore, but like, we still talk about listen, their webcomics are like, oh, slice of life and romance, and I'm like, mystery, suspense, horror, action, drama, and they're like, no, slice of life, and I'm like, slice of life, they're like, slice of life, or romance, and I'm like, romance, but with drama, and murder, and killing, and they're like, no, just romance, and I'm like, okay, well, yikes, we might be on different classes, my genres here, boys. Yeah. But it's so funny because like my class is like, slice of life. I only do slice of life, and then there's me sitting in the corner being like, horror? Did you say horror? And they're like, no, we said slice of life. I'm like, you said horror? Horror? You said horror, right? And they're like, no, Pax. No one said horror. No one said horror. And I'm like, oh, okay. But what about horror? So I'm sitting there being like, wow, thank God we're not talking about Webtoons again, because they would just talk about like Lore Olympus, and I'd be like, I haven't read that because it looks like fluff, and I don't want fluff, I want angst. What do you think this is? Look at this thing. This thing looks like angst. So I'm sitting there and I'm being like, wow, this is great. But yeah, so we're not talking about that anymore, and we're talking about like Southern food being pog, or Harry Potter songs and old Duck Song and everything. So we're chilling in there, and this animation kid in the back is just like, why are you so happy at 8 p.m. or not 8 p.m. It was like 11 at this point. Why are you so happy at 11 p.m.? And I'm like, bitch, you're an animation student. You're supposed to be a night owl. And they're like, I'm not a night owl. And I'm like, okay, I've been animating for 2 or 8 hours, and I only got 2 seconds. And I'm like, okay, good for you. What are you, stuck up sequential art kids? And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, what the fuck is this on? What is this toddler? What is this kid talking about? And they're just going off. And then we get off the bus together, and we have to like walk to like our dorms. And I'm like, and they're still pissing. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take for one thing, and they just want to talk, so I'll let them talk. And I start talking to them. I'm like, hey, so what's up? And they're like, I'm an animation kid. Are you storyboard kids? All you want to do is make your show, your D&D campaigns into a real show. And I'm like, I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but why is that bad? Like, I don't see the issue, man. And they're like, no, it's terrible. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's terrible? It's just fucking, what are you talking about, fam? And they're just going off, man. I don't know what the heck's happening to them, but they're just going off. And I'm like, well, you know, shit. I guess that's a thing. But they're going off, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it, yeah, sure. And then they're like, they're just going off, and they're like, yeah, you storyboard kids, you don't do shit. And I'm like, we literally tell you what to do. Our job is to direct the animator, so you have less work to do. What do you mean we do shit? You're just a pissed off animation kid. I don't know. Then they're like, they did the whole like, I have nothing to talk about to you. And I'm like, dude, I literally am trying to help you. And then like I'm saying, see you later, like bye, like once we got to the dorms. And they're like, I'll never see you again. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be chill. I'm like being like, I'm asking you about your life. I'm talking about shit. You're the one talking, and you're like, you're just pissing, you're just being shit. And like, dude, I can handle you talking shit. But you only talk shit to someone if you know them. If you don't know them, you can't talk shit to them. Alright? Like, you can talk shit to your best friends all you want because they're your best friends and they know you're not fucking, like, just like that. But this kid was just talking shit all the time. I was like, oh, fucking... Dude, what the hell? Like, do something else. Like, dude, stop. Dude, please, I'm just having a conversation. Like, I asked them, like, hey, so, yeah, I know animation. My brother animate, you know, I have friends that animate, and I do storyboarding for them, so that's pretty cool. And that's kind of how I started storyboarding, and they're like, that's cool. At least your brother isn't homophobic. I'm like, holy fuck, where did I ask that about? And they're like, yeah, my brother, homophobic. My dad, homophobic. What do you think? And I'm like, I think it's 11 p.m. and you're pissed because you had to do fucking 8 hours of animation for 2 seconds. Like, what? Like, okay. This is animation. I've animated. I'm not great at it, I'm gonna be honest, but I've animated. I know what animation is. They're like, pathetic. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, you're not off yet. You can be off and pissy in your room. Not yet. Holy shit. But no. I was like, oh my fucking god, this kid is going off. Anyways, I just was like, you know, yeah. See you later. And they're like, I'll never see you again. I'm like, okay. Anyways, so like that was interesting, and I was like, that's not concerning. Dude, like, I try to be liked, man. I try to be liked by all of the people because, like, one day I'm probably gonna have to work with them, and then they're just pissy, and I'm like, fucking, I tried, man. I fucking tried so hard, and they're just not helping the case. So yeah, that's fun. But also, I have a resting bitch face, so I think that helps, or like, hinders my experience with people more. So, yeah, you know, it happens. It happens. They're probably just tired. They're probably not busy like that normally. Probably just tired, and that's understandable. It was 11 p.m. I mean, not everyone's a night owl. I just assumed animation kids are more night owls than most. But like, if someone's having fun, just let them have fun, man. Oh, let's just say, I was not about to tell this person that I was a Minecraft stan. They would have pissed me. They'd be like, Minecraft? Awful. And I'll be like, yeah, what fandom are you in, bitch? Hasbin Hotel? And they'd be like, no, I'm not into that shit show either. I independent only into my OCs. I'm like, okay, well, maybe do you have a social media? Yes, yeah, but it's failing. I'm like, well, that's probably why. Sorry, but it's like having your OCs as your only piece of content on the internet almost never works. There are certain people where it works, but most of it doesn't. Usually you have to join a fandom and then work off of that. But you know, sometimes I mean, it works, but yeah, it's not gonna work normally. You have to work for someone else first, and then it works for you. You can't just work for yourself. It's just how it is, man. You get a reputation for working for someone else or working in a fandom, and then you can work for yourself and be like, wow, look at me go, and everyone be like, oh my god, I love you. That's just how, like, life works. So, like... So, I don't see, like, I don't know. It was just weird. It was a weird conversation. The same week like that, like... That, like... The guy shot the gun out the window, and our bus went bye-bye and dipped on, like, a car holding drugs in it, and we just like, ah, yes, it's bye. Also the same week, like, I saw the car just speeding down the, like, their car was racing, and I was like, ah, yeah, that's fine. Not like I cross there every once in a while. Smile. Let's see, how do I draw a hand? Also, I have a really good techno speed paint coming out this week. So, check that out when that comes. I'm actually really proud of this one. Like, I've been working on it, and, like, because it was my stress piece, right? So, you know how my stress pieces go. They're randomly really good, and we just don't question it at this point. We just let it happen. That's kind of how it is. So, I'm, like, doing stress piece, and I'm like, smile. Good job, me. Good job. It's a good job, stress piece. Good job. But yeah, I'm doing a stress piece, and it was... This just looks like a ball. Fuck off. Let's just do that. What if we do this? Like, we do this, where we have her kind of, like, leaning over, and then we'll move her to the side. But I was doing the stress piece, and, I did a giant scar on the back of Techno's back, and I was like, wow, this looks really realistic. It kind of reminded me of when I did the wings on Wilbur. So I was like, oh. Oh yes, I see how this goes. But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, that's probably fine. So let's see. This would go here, this arm come down here, this come down here, this be tiny. Almost her arm wouldn't be that far out, it would probably be more like in here. Like this. Probably. How do hand work? Someone explain to me how hand work. I think it flipped. I think we flip it. Yeah. Oh, what else happened? Okay. We're gonna do this and just flip this, with them back side. Because they always point out when you're looking down at your hand. Okay, like that. I think that's how hand works. And then we can, it cuts across here. The dress does. But so I was doing an AU because that's what I do, and it's a stress AU. So it's an AU where it's a sci-fi world. It's based on Twitter. Because what the fuck? It's kind of based off of the how I view the internet. Like, a couple of you guys know that I view the internet as like a Western town. So I had an idea where I was like, okay, let's do that, but it's only Twitter. It's only Dream SMP Twitter, and it's, instead of a Western town, it's a sci-fi town, like sci-fi city, and everyone lives in it. And then we have like different like gangs and shit, and each sub twit has like a different like purpose in the city. I was like, oh, this is cool. So then I started drawing people in my sketchbook, and at first I asked Mutes, and I was like, Mutes, let me draw you as sci-fi. And they're like, okay. And then I drew them as sci-fi, and everyone's like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then I drew Bun. And then I drew Wolfie. And then I drew like other people, and I was like, there is no turning back fucking now, bitch. And then I descended into madness, as you do. And then now you just draw everyone. So then I posted Wolfie, and then I also drew oh god, I'm not gonna pronounce her name. The person that does all the thumbnail artists for Techno, I drew them. And Coltier? I want to call them. Listen. I keep wanting to call them Kool-Aid. Their name is not Kool-Aid, but I can't pronounce words, so they're Kool-Aid. And I hate it in my head. Anyways, so we're just gonna call them Kool-Aid, and if they don't like that, they can fucking fight me in the parking lot, or they can tell me how to pronounce their name. Not with the pronunciation guide, because those things suck. But like, actually, like, just record themselves saying their name and then send it to me. But their name's Kool-Aid until I hear otherwise. But yeah, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw Kool-Aid. And then I was drawing them, and I was like, wow, I really like Kool-Aid's design for their character. Like, they're fucking amazing, and I love it. And it's like, sort of like, octopus hair, and I was like, and like, I don't know, it was just really fun to draw them, and I was like, oh my god, I might just draw them all the time. And then I drew them, and I was like, I need to fucking draw them with an axe, a giant axe. So then I was like, okay, time to draw Kool-Aid with a giant axe. So then I started making the axe, and I was like, you know what? Since Kool-Aid is like the prophet of like Techno Twitter / they get teasers from Techno, I was like, you know what? We're going to give them a giant wishbone that they've made into an axe, because they're the prophet. So I gave them a giant wishbone turned into an axe, and I was like, holy shit, they're a D&D barbarian if I've ever seen one. So it was kind of fun to draw them, and like, honestly, I'll probably draw them again. But you know where this is headed. If you know any of my other content, you know where this is headed. And I'm sorry, but I'm probably gonna do a giant piece. Yeah, if you want to get into that, where I do like, usually I'll probably up it. Let's be honest. So I think last time I got to 75 people. I'll probably go up to 60. Because I did crows, the crow ones. Oh no, they're individual designs, so like maybe not as much. Probably around 70, let's be honest. But I'll probably draw 70 characters in a sci-fi setting. And if you want to be part of that, either if you're mutes with me, go and mute me and like go under the post where I'm like, let me draw your mutes as sci-fi characters, or do your design into Twitter and then hashtag whatever I said, Twitter City AU is how the hashtag I'm using. But yeah, that's probably I'll probably draw you if you're in there. But yeah, I was like, it's hype. It'd probably be a bit because I want to get the Dream SMP map out and this thing out. So, like, don't expect it anytime soon. But I'll do that, and then probably in the same vein, I'll probably do the next Star Wars one. I'm writing a couple Star Wars ones, so if you're like, oh, Pax, where's that Star Wars AU? It's on my AO3 as Pax Piper under AO3, because it's easier. I don't know. Honestly, it is. It's easier to write that, and then I'm writing a Tommy focused one now, and then I'm going to write a Techno one, and a Turbo one, and a Phil one, and a Rambo one, and I've already done a Wilbur one, and then I'm gonna continue the story one. But yeah, it's easier to write that than draw that because I want to do like storyboards with each of them, and right now I'm a little busy, as you can see. So yeah, little boy be boy, little boy be boying. So yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So, just the heads up there. Yeah. So that should be fun. That's a half like, I don't know. Sorry. Chewing on a paintbrush, probably not good for me, gonna be honest. Hello? Are you gonna stop laggy? Laggy boy? Anyway, so yeah, that's fun. Yeah. But, I mean, it's probably fine. But, yeah. So. I don't know. Or I'm kind of waiting for the Kenobi trailer to drop, but let's be honest. It's not gonna drop. It's not. There's no way in hell it drops. Listen, at this point, Kenobi's never gonna come out. Hear me out. Kenobi's never gonna come out. It was supposed to come out like in like before Last Jedi or whatever. Like, it's not coming out. I don't care what you say. That show not coming out. It's like video game delays. If it does come out, it's gonna be like Cyberpunk 27 or Cyberpunk 2077. Like, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be glitches everywhere. Like Star Wars hates Obi-Wan, even though everyone else loves them. They're like, no, Obi-Wan doesn't matter. And I'm like, but I love Obi-Wan. And they're like, no, we hate Obi-Wan. You want Skywalker? And I'm like, no, I want Obi-Wan, please. Please, my boy. God, when I was little, people be like, who's your favorite Star Wars character? And I'm like, Obi-Wan. And everyone said, no. And I said, what the fuck do you mean no? They're like, your favorite character is not Obi-Wan. And I'm like, what? They're like, why? Why would it be Obi-Wan? I'm like, he's cool? I mean, everyone's like, no, he's not. And he's not your favorite character. I was like, Small child, like, nah. Small child was denied of the Obi-Wan favorite. So then I would have to say Luke. And then everyone would question me more. They'd be like, what the fuck? Why is Luke your favorite? That makes no sense. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Why does that make no sense? They're like, no. Luke makes no sense. Your favorite should not be Luke Skywalker. I was like, what the fuck do you mean if my favorite shouldn't be Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke? Who the fuck else would be my favorite? And they're like, Princess Leia. And I'm like, why I don't like Princess Leia. She's just there. I don't know. I don't like her. And everyone's like, but she's a girl. And you're a girl. And she's strong. She's a strong female character. You should like her. And I'm like, no, I like Obi-Wan. Like, no, leave me fucking alone. No. Small child, you should only like Obi-Wan. And if you don't like Obi-Wan, you should just give up. Or not Obi-Wan, Princess Leia. Small child, you should like Princess Leia or Han Solo. And if you don't like either of them, or they're not your favorite, then go home. I'm like, but I like Luke. And they're like, no. And I'm like, but my favorite's Obi-Wan. And they're like, no. I'm like, my favorite's Darth Vader? And they're like, that's acceptable. I'm like, how is that acceptable? Because he's the villain. I'm like, oh my fucking god, this shit. This shit. This is fucked. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? But yeah, that's my history with characters. And then people are always like, your favorite character? They look at me and they're like, yes, I know your favorite character. I'm like, no, you don't. And they're like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay, who the fuck's my favorite character? And they're like, the strong female character in the movie. I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, what? Why is it not your favorite character? It should be. It always should be your favorite character. I'm like, it's not. It's not my favorite. And they're like, who the fuck's your favorite? And I'm like, the mentor. I like the mentor character. And they're like, no, awful, disgraceful. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just like the mentor. Leave me alone. Well, I like the mentor character is always my favorite. Mentor characters always have my support. Mentor characters are the best. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. And if you tell me otherwise, you're lying to me. So, you know, yeah, I trapped you. You're fucking done. I've destroyed you. I won. Get out of here. But it's just like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you tell you. I like the mentor character, and they're like, no, you don't. Also, I rewrote Star Wars as a kid, so that's interesting. Yeah. I still remember some of the plots that I made for it, but like most of them I forgot. But yeah, I rewrote Star Wars as a kid, you know, no big deal. Yeah. And by rewrote, I mean I didn't write it because I didn't know how to fucking write. I was like 8. I mean, I knew how to write, but like I just hated it. I also refused to read, so you know, writing and reading kind of go hand in hand. And at that point, I had like refused to read because I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not gonna read. I'm petty as fuck." Listen. You think if you ever think like, "Oh yes, PAX is petty right now," just imagine like elementary school PAX being like me, but like turned up to pettiness to 1,000%. Times 1,000 pettiness is the elementary school me. It's like the fucking worst. Like everyone's like, oh my god, my elementary school's past would be so happy with me or so sad with me. Mine would just be disappointed. Elementary school me would look at me now, if like they met my elementary school me met me like now. My elementary school self would look at me right now and be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm so sorry. Just to fucking, like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. They would make, my elementary school self would make fun of me for being a Minecraft stan. And they would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. That's pathetic. And I'd be like, fuck. When I do say like I'm making my younger self happy, I'm talking about my middle school self. I'm talking middle school self. My middle school self was happy and pure. Like everyone else was like, oh, my elementary school self was happy and pure. Nah, fam. Honestly, I think my elementary school stage was flipped with everyone's middle school stage. I had a shit elementary school. Like I just was not I had a shit elementary school experience. Like now now everyone telling me how their elementary school was like the best years or like amazing. I'm like, nah man, elementary school kind of sucked compared to middle school. Gonna be honest, low-key sucked. And they're like, oh, yeah, but yeah, it low-key sucked. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's kind of sucked. They're like, but it was before you were corrupted. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It kind of sucked. It was shit. And they're like, no. It's again like people telling me like how I should feel. They're like, no, you should have been happy in elementary school. I'm like, but I wasn't. And they're like, no, you're lying. And I'm like, the fuck do you mean I'm lying? You weren't there. What the fuck you mean? People weren't there. What do you mean? They're like, no, you're lying to me. What? What the fuck do you mean I'm lying? Were you there? No. Only people were there were the troubled kids and the kids that were rejected by society. No one liked elementary school. What are you talking about? Yeah. I always got the reject class. Which now looking back on it, like at the time I didn't know, but like looking back on like my elementary school, it just gets worse. Like at the time, I knew it was bad, but like now it's even worse. Hello, how are you doing? I talked about how I almost died earlier. My bus did a complete like goodbye, and like I ran it. Yep, almost died. A bullet hit my dorm. That was fun. I didn't know that happened, which was interesting. You know, as you do. I talked about an animation kid that decided to be pissy. And now I'm talking about my shit elementary school experience. So how are you doing? I'm honestly having a great evening. I'm just, this was supposed to be done by end of February, and it is not going to be done by the end of February, let's be honest. So how are you doing, Shauna? We're doing chill. Almost died this week because I think there was a gang war happening. But, you know, probably okay. Oh, my bus on Thursday literally just shut off completely. Like, we pulled up on a car, stopped in the middle of the road. Two guys were running out of it. One with a red shirt, one with a blue shirt, and they were running back to the car, running, like, to a house and back. And then, let's just say, then cop cars pulled up and was like, fuck off. It's been a while since I attended one of those, whoa, wait, a bullet hit your door? What? My dorm, it didn't hit my dorm in particular, but my dorm building. The opposite side of me, a bullet was shot out of a car, ricocheted off something, and then hit one of the student dorms, and cracked the window. Like, it had lost enough momentum by that point not to go through the window, but like, yep. And then my school didn't tell anyone. And they try to cover it up like a good American school system. As you do. You know, it's probably fine. Probably. I mean, it's probably good. We're okay. Yeah. But yeah, my bus earlier on Thursday totally just, we saw like drugs getting smuggled into a house or something. And my bus that I was on, I just wanted dinner, I'm gonna be honest. I just was hungry. And the bus turned all the lights off, all the front lights off, all the indoor bus lights off, and then slowly backed up like a dog. Like a dog that just got in trouble. Like, just backed up. I was like, holy fuck. I had an eventful week. I also had midterms, so I was stressed out of my mind and didn't care. So now I'm only like now reminiscing and being like, yeah, that was kind of weird. that was a little weird, gonna be honest. I've been doing well. I've actually been on mental hiatus to get my life together. I returned to school this day to get my business degree. Yo, that's so cool. Yo, I'm happy your life is getting better. Or your mental health hiatus. That's actually really good. Like, honestly, same. I think that was my last year. I did that last year. I took a gap and because online school completely wrecked my self-confidence, like really bad. So like I just was like, Mother, I am taking a gap, and she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. So then I did that and then focused on YouTube channel and got really happy, and focused on streaming and got really happy. So like honestly, like literally doing much better in school now. So like honestly, if the mental hiatus actually like worked, then like you're probably gonna do really well now. So you're probably good, fam. That's a fair statement. Yeah. But yeah, I'm talking about how my shit elementary school that everyone tells me your elementary school was the best years of your life, and I say no. And how my elementary school self would bully me, and I'd be like, yeah, fair. Elementary school Pax would have bullied me so hard. Now, like fully current me. They'd be like, you a Minecraft stand? Pathetic. Get out of my life. And I'd be like, I am your life. And they'd be like, no. I would never become something so idiotic. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Fuck, I'm gonna just hide in the corner over here. People always be like, elementary school's so good, it's better than when you were pure and innocent. I'm like, who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them that I was not pure and innocent? I had to leave social media around the holidays just because I was so drained. That's fair. That's a fair statement. Well, I'm mostly always here, except I was like, well, I might die the other day. Honestly, I was stuck on the bus and like we were backing up slowly, and my only concern was I might not be able to stream. If I die, I can't stream. I can't post my video if I die. And I'm like, which was so stupid looking back, but tired, stressed out, hungry brain said, you won't be able to stream Sunday if you die tonight. And I was like, fuck, we can't fucking die. So I don't know. I'm not like actually like sad. It's just that was what my brain was thinking at like 8 p.m. and not having food all day. I was like, well, that was fucking nice. But yeah, leaving social media, like honestly, like I know people that have to do that a lot. So like, no, you're not in the minority there. Yeah. So, we're just drawing. Oh, you haven't seen this. Okay, so I'm working on an animatic. I just realized you haven't been here for a while, so you haven't seen it. Do you want to see it? Here, we're showing you because you have no choice. You're here now. You're forced to see it. I'm forcing you to see this. Okay, we'll start from the start and we'll see how it goes. So this is what I'm working on. It's a Niki Techno Dream XD animatic. But it's an AU. It's like a Minotaur Greek AU.
They all laughed as they turned around slow.
We'll skip ahead
You
over
ain't
there,
welcome around here anymore. You just might as well go. You wiped the blood from his face as he slowly came to his knees. You said,
and then it skips all the way up to this part, which this is like part of
there
actually
is
kind
a
of
hill at the bottom of the valley where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive.
Oh fuck, that's lapping. What the fuck happened there? Hold on. Why is that lappy? Oh, it's over here. Okay. This is why you rewatch the shit shows. So you can tell if it fucked up.
And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive.
Hold on, this laps too. I think I moved it slightly, so it's lappy. I just want to grab it. I just want to fuck off. Fuck off. Ah. Okay, just. Okay, there we go. And now it should flow good.
Hear 'em like a ghost.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
And if you listen real close, you can hear 'em
Yeah,
like a
so
ghost.
this is what I'm working
saying
on.
You're never gonna make it out alive.
Boo, 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 boo.
There is a town at the bottom of that hill.
This is supposed to come out by
They
the end
got
of
a
February.
secret that they keep like a slave.
That was weird. What happened here?
They got a secret that
Okay, that's what happened. Okay, I think it just goes here.
bottom of that hill. They got a secret
I moved
that
some
they
scenes
keep
around.
like a slave. They got a black magic preacher. You do well to let them teach you. You'll be headed up that hill to the grave. And it is well.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I got. I'm doing this scene right now because I messed up the scene and now I'm redoing it with something else, so fuck it, you know. But yeah, this is supposed to be coming out at the end of February, but midterms wrecked me, so it's coming out first week of March, and I'm speed running. But I have a techno speed paint coming out this week because I had a stress speed, because I stress art tech now, so I don't know. So you know, as you do, as you stress art techno, you and then you get stressed. You're like, ah, yes, time to stress art, and they're like, you mean techno? And you're like, yeah. So I stressed art techno, and now I have a techno blade speed paint coming out this week. Yeah. But I also did a storyboard class. I'm doing storyboard class where I had a storyboard come out this week, which broke my cycle, but whatever the fuck. I don't know her. Of my own characters, if you're interested in that. But yeah. So yeah, this is what I've been working on the past month. I need to speedrun it now, so they'll probably... I've been streaming sometimes during Mondays and Wednesdays, if I have time, because I have a class late, but if I have time, I stream then. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm really happy with it, and yeah. Did you hear about the latest lore drop from Tales? Yes! Theories time. If you listen, you know that this live stream don't care about spoilers. So if you, we just gotta tell shit. But fucking Rambo, holy shit. Rambo being, like, there's so much evidence. Dude, it goes all the way back to, like, I don't know if you remember. You probably remember more than, like, most people. But, like, my theory about, the clock controlling Rambo all the way back from, like, when Dream was still in prison, like, during the summer. And, like, Techno hadn't gone in prison yet. But, like, the theory where, like, Dream likes the clock best when it's, like, half and half. He likes playing with the clock. Somehow the clock controls Rambo. Like, I abandoned that theory, like, forever ago, because I was like, oh, it's fucking shit. Like, there's, like, enough evidence there, but, like, nothing really is coming of it. It probably is nothing, right? Fucking Carl comes out of the back room and is like, you thought that theory was useless? Wrong. Stop. Take a minute. And he goes, and Dream XD's like, hear me out, boys. I got the tea. I had a time traveler beforehand, and hear me out. He forgot he was a time traveler. And I was like, Rambo? Rambo? Or Rambo, because black and white, and the clock thing, and there's so much just like hinting at it, and then we go to like the thing, and it's like, you're the first person I thought of when DreamXD mentioned the time traveler was losing their memory. Yeah, I was literally just sitting there being like, fuck. All the thoughts came back. I was like, holy shit. We're going at it. We're going. Well, listen, I'm still deep into DreamXD. Dream blah blah blah. Dream SMP lore. I will never Someone asked, like, when are you leaving? I'm like, never. I'm gonna live in this dead fandom. Cries in the dead fandom. But, yeah, I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. So here's the, Rambu's lore account on Twitter, right, posted multiple things that we can now connect to Dream SVP lore, including Rambo being a time traveler, because, hear me out. The first message on that Twitter was the message tick, 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 like a clock, right? And then, on top of that, we've gotten multiple clock hints from there. Also, Rambu's lives, right? Rambu has had 3 lives, right? And 2 of them disappeared, and then 1 was killed by Sam, right? We know that. We know he didn't always have 1 life. We know one of the lives he lost during Wilbur lore, which was Wilbur's fanfic, which is angsty as fuck because it's Wilbur and Rambu. And of course it's gonna be angsty as fuck. It's Wilbur and Rambu. Second one could be time travel related. So, here's the theory. Theory is that Rambu, so if you remember the old, hello Jumble. We're gonna call you Jumble. Hello, we're just talking Dream SMP lore and thoughts and theories and shit because, help. But yeah, so, here's the theory. So if we remember Tails, the whatever, what is it called? The arena fight in the arena. The Tails episode there, we get an Enderman called Ran, right? And Ran doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he's really mysterious and really techie, right? But he does have the Rambu eye coloring, the green eye coloring. So, the idea is that Ran is like Rambu, but like before he lost his memories from time travel. How about the idea that demigods run the in-between and the other side? Here's that thing, right? Because Aaron lore also came out saying like Aaron was half demon, right? And there's demigods for the other side. And DreamXD placed the demigods there, right? So, what could say that he didn't put more demigods in different dimensions? And he made the time travelers. So, I think the demigods in the other side and stuff aren't people we know. I think they're new characters, like completely new. Like, people are like, oh my god, it's Jack. No, he's just playing them. Like all the Tales episode. But I think this opens up to new questions. Because if there are demigods of Dream XD, and we know the Techno's main thing is the Blood God, and we got mentions of the Blood God, and we know Callahan from Foolish lore is a god, because Dream XD and Foolish lore said Callahan was once his pet, otherwise mortal. Once a mortal, because he calls all mortals his pets. So, DreamXD said Callahan was once his pet, but now he's something more. Like he ascended. So that also means that players can become gods. So, and if DreamXD made the time travelers, did he just give them the powers, or did he just make them? And why does DreamXD need time travelers? Why is that a thing he needs? Why does he need time travelers? Does he need to go back and fix something in time? Or does he need time traveler, why would God make a time traveler if they can watch over all of time? It doesn't make any sense, unless there's something that the time traveler can do that God can't. So, there's so many questions. How about the idea? Yeah. So the demigods in between and the other side. First of all, I still don't fucking trust the in between to save my life, and I think that's what corrupted Rambu, is the in between because of the white side. and also the memory thing. Because the other side deals with more like remembering. Other side deals, from my understanding, the other side, bleh, the dark one, the other side deals with more like memories of other people, right? Like other people's memories and like history, while the in between deals with more of the in between deals with personal stuff. So it's like selfishness versus selflessness, right? So selfness v selflessness, right? So this one is like selfish, yeah, whatever. Fuck it, you know what I mean. Selfishness, like you're selfish, versus I care about others more. So the idea is that the castle one, right? The beautiful castle that is kind of corrupt and is kind of really scary because we had to run from it one time. The in between is about self. While the dark, gritty, scary one that's like, oh my god, I need help, please, is this an evil nightmare castle, is about others. Since the other side and the in-between, like in between yourself and the other side of people. So, that's my theory about the places, and it kind of like is being supported. I want someone to throw a golden apple at DreamXD and see how he reacts because of that garbled nonsense he said. Did you know sugar gun like apples? Oh my god, yes. Just be like, fuck you. Also, DreamXD, when he was talking to Foolish about the Death book before Sapnap found it, right? He said, I like talking to people through dreams, right? And he says, I talk to mainly to people who dream because it's easier. So but he hasn't had a following since Foolish, which means time travelers don't follow him per se. Like, they don't worship him per se. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird statement. Also, I don't know how I'm going to transition this.
For all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen,
We can have like a spinny boy. Spinny boy. Yeah. So I think because Foolish asked him like, oh my god, who else do you talk to? And like DreamXD was like, I talk to people who sleep a lot. Techno sleeps a lot in canon because he's always hibernating. That's like the excuse. And he talks to George. So, and that gives a reason why he doesn't talk to Dream that much, because let's be honest, Dream's probably an insomniac. Dream probably can't sleep to save his life. We're gonna cut this one, I think. I think we cut this one. On the right thing. Okay. We'll do it like this, or I'll do a thumb holding it up here. I'll have the hand coming back here. That's an awful hand. Give me a second. But the idea that, like, I think the demigod idea is really interesting. It opens up so much. They still haven't used the nether. By the way, I am a strong supporter that we should just use the nether as a dimension. But no. We just added a new one. We added Dream XD Realm. Which I thought was just gonna be, like, the end realm, but, like, no, apparently it's not. Like, the end realm is still, like, a whole different thing. Also, in George lore, apparently it's the same end realm as, like, the, one of the manhunts. So, that's interesting. I think that's just like, they were just like, I know this world, let's use it. You know? We already got the seed, let's just use this one. But there's a theory behind there that's like the Dream XD is like the manhunt dream that finished the end realm and killed the dragon, and then they're like then the gods are like, we need a new dragon, you'll be the dragon, Dream XD, and that's how that made. But like, I don't know, that seems like a fun story, but not like Dream SMP shit. I don't know, that seems interesting though. But I think it's more of like, I think it's very interesting because like we have the End Realm and we have the Nether, but we never use them. Like at least the End Realm, like Rambo's like, oh yes, I don't know what End cities are, and then makes an End city randomly, and everyone's like, that's probably interesting. It's like, no, it's probably nothing, and we're like, okay, Rambo, okay. But like, and that's also the thing, like Rambo does a little much about like the End city shit. Also, I think when Rambo comes back to life, he's gonna remember he was a time traveler. I think he's gonna gain all his memory back when he comes back to life. Which if you've been gone for a bit, you can hear my Rambo theory that makes everyone fucking cry about his limbo. His limbo, the limbo I made for him makes everyone cry, and I'm not sorry. Which is the theory that it's just the Dream XD, it's just the Dream SMP, like he has to relive the Dream SMP, but this time he remembers everything that's happening, but everyone around him forgets him, like constantly, and he has to live with like re-explaining himself to them every time. So it's like, hey Tubbo, oh my god Tubbo, are you okay? Like, and Tubbo has to be like, who are you? Every time, like, oh. Or like he goes and he's like, Techno is being executed, like, and then like, or like he, like everything happens and he's like, everyone's like, gets the book, like, of do not read, and then Techno's like, who is this? And Ramby's like, it's mine, and everyone's like, who's you? And it's like, oh fuck. But yeah, like going through that over and over again. He was supposed to be getting a villain arc soon, or at least that's what he was talking about. I would be down. Listen, Rambo villain arc, I am ready. Fucking take me. I want so many villain, like, listen, I don't want Techno villain arc because I really like the idea that like Techno is gonna be, I like the idea that Techno's, syndicate name is, what is it? Proletheus? No, wrong one. Proteleus. His syndicate name is Proteleus, right? Which is like the first one to fall in war. Like prophesies to be the first one to sacrifice himself for everyone else. But then like I want like everyone else in the syndicate to die around him. So then it's more of like Techno wanting that to be true, but it really in the end isn't. I think that's be angsty as fuck. I actually have a drawing planned out, which I don't know if I'll ever do because it's gonna take a bit. But it's an image of Techno being alive and like being dead inside, like mentally dead, with the ghosts of all the syndicate members like all around him. Like it was a desperate prayer that maybe, even though the blood god never dies, that maybe he could give his life to protect his friends. But, you know, Technoblade never dies. So, I think that's fun. Also, I think Phil's limbo is him always falling, like never like being able to like get onto solid ground. Because I think limbo is what you couldn't achieve in life, but were aiming to achieve. Like Rambo aimed to remember, and now he remembers, but like everyone else forgets. Schlatt wanted to be strong, so his limbo is a gym. Like, you know, like, he can't never get strong in the gym, but, like, you know. Tommy wanted to be found or to follow someone and to, like, follow someone, like, to always look after someone, but his limbo was complete darkness. Like, he couldn't see anyone. Like, he would run into people and, like, he couldn't see them. So, that's fun. Wilbur's is, like, the train station where he's like, oh, I'm not quite sure. I think I said it once and I thought that was good, but then I forgot because I'm an idiot. But, like, Wilbur's limbo reminds me of Pogtopia. And also, like, what he couldn't achieve in life. Be like, yo, did you hear about Tree? I can't believe some dreamers and pieces are that toxic at the point where he had to delete his social media accounts. Yeah, that was fucked. I'm gonna be honest, that was fucked. But, like, he already had social anxiety, which doesn't help. And he told people it. Listen, when you join if you had ever, like, got a chance to join the Dream SMP, don't give shit away. Like, he's like, I have social anxiety. And then people are like, you know what? You know what's fucking sad about it? If he was a girl, he wouldn't get that shit. Like, if he was a girl, everyone would be like, oh, you're lovely, oh my god, you're like, no sexual fucking harassment. Like, bitch, like, if you're going to do that, like, do it to everyone, so we can just, like, do Boy Who Cried. Also, it's Boy Who Cried Wolf, like, fuck off. Like, here's the thing also. What I learned from that, I learned something there. Here's the thing I learned. If someone tries to cancel you, like, actually does that, like, puts, like, private info on, like, the internet that, like, is supposed to be, you can fucking sue them for, like, thousands of dollars. Just fucking sue them. Because it's like, there's a fucking thing. But, like, you can fucking sue them. Bitch, if I go on a Dream SMP, or, like, if I get any, like, big opportunity from, like, Dream or something shit, and people try to cancel me, no hesitation, I'm gonna pull that trigger and I'm gonna fucking sue you. I'll fucking find you. Don't even fucking tempt me, bitch. I've been through enough bullshit. Like, holy shit. Like, apparently Bad threatened to sue people once and, like, no one ever tried to cancel him again. Which is fair, but, like, apparently Florida has shit laws where you can't really do that. Which, honestly, it's Florida. And Florida's shit. And if they're in Florida. But, like, I think the internet should be, like, national, right? Because you don't know, like, maybe you can't sue them in Florida, but if they're doing it outside of Florida, you know, because they might be doing it somewhere else, like, you could fucking sue them, right? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, the internet is literally the Wild West, and trying to think of it as anything else is, like, the dumbest thing. But yeah, the mandatory thing, shit. The fucking stupid assholes. And they're just kids. You know how you scare kids? Yeah, take one down. And I know it sounds shit, like, I know it sounds bad, but, like, if you want to, like, scare kids, especially middle schoolers, because they're all middle schoolers, let's be honest, if you want to fucking scare them to not do it again, you gotta fucking bap one. You gotta bap a couple of them out of existence. Like, just go bap, and then fuck them. Hit them. Have them yell, complain to their parents. Like, get those assholes. I just noticed there aren't any female streamers on the ESP. I think Hannah, Nikki, and Puffy. Tina. But Tina joined the server. Didn't get any backlash. Oh. I wonder. Just a thought. And joined right before Minitree, right? And Boomer people tried to cancel Boomer too. And that was in the same wave as Tina. Tina never got canceled. It's almost like they think... So here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm not saying like any of the people in the Dream SMP are like child predators or shit. Like no one's child predator. But when you get to a point where you're only canceling men for being child predators, like I don't think anyone like women can be child predators too. It's not just men. Like yeah, it's more likely men, but like holy fuck, women can do that too. Like you shouldn't just be like. And also, it's like Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like at this point, I just think they're faking it. Like what the hell? Like the fuck? Like you can't do that. Like that's why I think backing the kids out of existence for a sec. I think it also is Dream. I think it's partly Dream fault for doing like the parasocial shit, being like, I love you guys, I love you. He might actually love them, and that's fine. But you shouldn't tell them that, right? Like especially if you're that big, with that much influence, like tens of millions of subscribers, like. You shouldn't tell your fans who you know are average middle schoolers that can't do shit and are known to be like rash. You shouldn't be telling them, I love you guys. Like that, like, dude, you're not like, are you trying to be One Direction? Like, what the hell's happening there, man? Like, I don't know. I know it's like his relationship with his chat and like his audience, but like Dream's followers aren't. Dream's fandom isn't made from streamers. Like Dream, like as much as like people want to argue, like Dream is not a streamer. Dream streams, but he is not a streamer. He's a YouTuber. This is why I avoid YouTube fandoms. Because they're freaky. I avoided Phil and Dan and all that. I avoided a lot of them because, especially like the ones where they're like focused on like the person, because you can't correct them, right? So here's the difference between streamer fandom versus YouTuber fandom. In a YouTuber fandom, you post a video, your fans react, and then you can correct them in the next video. But like it takes a whole video, right? And even then, like they'll be already making up their mind and being like, fuck it, I'll just believe what I want and I won't listen to you because I've already made up my mind and I know what's best. Right? And that's a YouTube fandom. Twitch streamer or just streamer fandom is you say something cringe or stupid in the chat and the streamer goes ban and you get kicked out. Like no one cares. Like, you know, it's like gone. You're fucking get out of here, bitch. Like instant correction, instant like bap on the wrist, instant like wow, like YouTube fandoms, they're like always like, we'll let you sit on your thoughts and your beliefs for a hot second, and then we'll correct you after you've had days or months to think about how right you were, or how right and honest and 100% truthful you are. And then we'll tell you your logic is flawed. Like, no one's gonna listen to you. Like, YouTube fandoms are so, like, freaky and scary to do so much. Like, especially YouTubers, like, that talk, like, to their audience, and like, I love you guys. That's why, like, Logan Paul's freaky. Like, their fans are always kind of freaky. You're always like, that's a little freaky, I'm not gonna lie. It's because, like, you can't bap them out of existence for doing weird shit immediately. And luckily, Dream doesn't do this, which is a point for him. But a lot of YouTubers that have, like, that kind of audience that Dream has, don't correct their fans and actually lean into it. That's what we're seeing a lot in the TikTok people, right? Like, they could actually, like, bap their audience real fast because they have instant video, but they don't. They just lean into it. Like, it's weird. So, that's my psychoanalysis of the internet for a quick sec. But yeah, I think the that's why, like, when they're canceling people and they're not canceling other people, I'm like, just because of whatever, mainly if they're a female or not, it's kind of like, dude, the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's like almost saying, like, males can't get raped, which males can get raped, let's be honest. Guys can get raped. Like, that's not, like, a women-only thing. But, like, some people believe males can't get raped, and then males have to deal with, like, males that got raped have to deal with, like, that issue. Like, that no one believes they were actually raped. Like, that's a thing. That's an issue that people are dealing with. And no one talks about it, because they're like, you're not a female, you can't get raped. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, what, do you get raped by another guy? It's like, no, I got raped by a female. It's like, no, that can't happen. It's like, what the fuck you mean it happened? I hope the controversy doesn't stop Drew from adding new people, though. Yeah, I do too. Like, honestly, I think there was just a lot of, like, tension with that one. Like, I wouldn't have added mandatory because there was a lot of tension with, because everyone already thought, like, mandatory was Dream, right? And no one, God help anyone who's, like, people think is, like, Dream just needs I'm usually like, yeah, you should not face reveal. Like, if you don't want to face reveal, don't face reveal. Like, don't do it. Like, but at this point, if Dream is if people are just accusing other people of being Dream, and it's hurting the other people, like, it's hurting mandatory. It hurt the other kid that people are like, this is Dream, we found Dream, you know? It hurt that kid. It hurt mandatory. It hurts a lot of other people that are, like, people accused of being Dream. Like, at that point, you have to face reveal if you actually care. Like, you gotta face reveal, and then you've gotta, like, put some security on yourself and your family. Because I know he's doing it for his family protection, which is honestly okay. But just because you're that big, you need to do it. Just to protect other people. Like, at this point, it's a protection of other people. Because if I honestly think if no one thought mandatory was Dream, it wouldn't have happened. I think if people didn't think mandatory was Dream, it wouldn't have happened so much. Because I think they had planned to do it. Also, anyone who leaks, I don't care if you're right. If you leak personal info of any sorts, or you try to cancel someone, I don't fucking care if you're correct. I don't fucking care if you're wrong. I don't care anything. If you dig up personal info on someone, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. No, it's not tolerated. I don't care if you're correct. That's just wrong. And I don't trust you. And you know, this comes from a person with trust issues, like, to begin with. Like, no, we don't do that here. We could always do what Rambo does, and have his facial dysmorphia. Yeah, is bad. No one minds that Rambo wearing masks and sunglasses. Yeah, like, if he does have, like, facial dysphoria, like, that's understandable. But he's done, like, peaks and things and everything. Like, listen, I'm not, like, I literally am open with, like, my trust issues and having trust issues. And I have major trust issues where literally if I don't stream, it gets really bad and I just can't do anything. And, like, streaming's helped me, like, get through a lot of it. But, like, and I know Rambo's been taking small baby steps too, with, like, the mask and glasses and, like, even, like a hand reveal, or, you know, all this, like, mini stuff, and going to see friends and shit. Dream's been stuck at home, right? I think, I don't know. I think, I think the problem is, with Rambo's situation, he's not being parasocial with his fans, right? He's not being, like, I love you guys. You're like my family. I love you guys. Here's new merch. Here's love, 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 you know. And that's why it's okay for him to take baby steps. Now, if Dream has facial dysphoria, like, that's okay. Like, he should be able to take baby steps too. But he should also understand that the culture of the internet doesn't really work. Heck, even if he wore the LARP mask, that would be fine too, seeing the world. Yeah. All I would want is, like, him wearing the LARP mask, like the big mask thing, and then talking to a screen so we can see, like, his body shape. And because, like, people are crazy about him, right? So if we can see that, like, I mean, we can just look at his hands from, like, his, like, thing. But, like, people are dumb and don't look at that and are stupid. As an artist, I can tell what body shape you, or, like, what kind of, not body shape, but, like, what general, I can guess your body shape from your hands or your, you know, whatever. But, like, just because art is about sizing and, like, understanding the size differences and everything. And of course that can be different because, like, me, I have tiny baby hands and my rest of my body is not tiny baby stuff. So, so that it can be different, of course. But, like, if, like, I looked at my hands, just like my hands and, like, no one else, like, nothing else about it, I'd be like, oh, that person is short. I'm not short, but, you know, a short skinny, you know? I was like, I'm skinny, but I'm not short, you know? It's like, but you can kind of guesstimate from there. But, like, not everyone has those skills, so it's more, like, hard to do that. I think it's the parasocial shit. I think he needs to stop being parasocial. And I don't think he's going to. Because that's how he's built his community, and if he suddenly stops doing it, then it's gonna be weird, and everyone's gonna be like, you're not like my dream, like. But you know what's gonna be the hardest thing? Is for when he quits. It's gonna be the fucking hardest thing. I feel bad for Ministry. He seems like he would have really been really awesome for the Dream SMP. They even had his character being developed, like being a minion to Dream. Yeah. Honestly, I really liked Ministry. I listened to a bit of his live stream, and I really liked his voice. His voice was very nice to listen to. But again, I think it's just because people thought he was Dream, and he got fucked for it. And that's not okay. There's some point where you gotta take one for the team, man. And, like, I hate to say that, but it's fucking true. Like, sometimes you just gotta take one from the team, and if the team is getting hurt, sometimes you just gotta do it. And, like, and this doesn't apply to everything, of course. Like, if your team sucks, then don't take one from the team, of course, because your team fucking sucks ass. And they're jerks. But, like, in this case, like, the Dream SMP is built on small creators, right? And if Dream is not allowed to, if Dream's fandom isn't allowing him to add small creators, then what is he doing? You know? Then, like, he needs to fix it. Because if he wants to add small creators, but his fandom is not letting him add small creators, I'm sorry, but yeah, you're gonna have to fix something in your fandom, you know? Luckily, I am not in that side of the fandom. I'm squarely on Techno and Phil's side. I don't know what I'm drawing anymore, is the real answer. Oh, I'm doing this. Okay, I got it. You know what needs to help me? But yeah, I think Mandatory and Dream should have just taken legal action. And I know, like, Mandatory would be like, social anxiety, and that makes sense, but like sometimes, dude, if someone comes after you, I don't fucking care. Like, Dream should have been like fucking legal action time. Let's fucking go. I don't care if you love your fans. They shouldn't be doing that. If your fans are doing that, then they're not your fans. They're your enemies. I think the main problems comes from Dreams has stated that he didn't grow up on the internet, right? Like, all of us, like, we've all, like, been through the internet. Literally, I've been in through, like, 30 plus fandoms. I know how fandoms act. I've seen fandoms do this before. Like, this is not a surprise to me at all. But to Dream never going on a internet before, like, the people who've been on the internet for like most of their lives, like Techno and Phil and like Tommy and all those people, like people that actually, I mean, Tommy doesn't really run, but there's more different. I like his manhunt, but I'm saying yeah, I do like his manhunts, but yeah, like people who've done videos for a while. Or like even if they're shit, like Wilbur did shit videos forever, and then like been on internet communities and everything forever, like, and same with like Rambo, like he's making like old Tumblr memes and everything, but like it's hard coming into the internet and immediately going into let's be a content creator, because that's what Dream did. He never experienced fandoms. Like, this is the thing. Dream never experienced fandoms or internet community spaces before making a channel himself. He kind of just watched YouTubers and was like, that's interesting, and never really dived into, like, fandoms or community spaces on the internet. So, literally the Dream SMP fandom and like his fandom is like his first experience with them. I think that's why he's like sort of shit at it. Because he doesn't know how to run it. He never was in one, you know? He doesn't know you have to be like, fuck you. You have to sometimes just be like, fuck you, and just move on, you know? He's like, but they're people. And I'm like, listen, it's the Wild West. There's some people on the internet who just wants to open fire with their revolver. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. And they're like, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, Dream. So like sometimes like Dream will do stuff and I'll be like, what the fuck did he do that? And I'm like, oh right, he was never on the internet when this was a thing. Like he's actually stated like he like in a like Hassan stream, right? Because I watch Hassan. That like he wasn't really like into internet until he was like one day he was like, no, I'll do internet, because he was a social butterfly. He was a little social butterfly boy. He went and did prom shit. I've been in fandom, YouTube, anime, I've seen it all, and now and I know how toxic they can be. Yeah, like when I like that's why like it's so funny, because I'll be like I'll chill in like the Dream SMP fandom or like Techno and like Phil and like Wilbur fandom. I'll be chilling, and then people will be like, it's so toxic here, it's awful, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, isn't it so toxic? I'm like, this is kind of chill, I'm gonna be honest, like you could just ignore them, it's pretty chill. And they're like, what? And I'm like, okay, wait child, is this your first fandom? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know, like it's like, okay dude, this is a chill fandom, let's be honest. Like, yeah, it has its issues, but like every fandom has its issues. But it's pretty chill comparative to some of the shit I've seen. Like, it's pretty chill, I'm gonna be honest. I've been through anime, I've been through animation, I've been through D&D, I've been through comics, I've been through Star Wars, I've been through movies, I've been through TV shows, I've been through games, like, I've been over a lot, and it's like, this is pretty chill. This is pretty chill fandom. And everyone's like, I mean, yeah, there's some issues, but like, there was always issues. And everyone's like, what? But why can't everyone just be happy? And I'm like, have you ever been in a room with, have you ever been to school? or college. Like everyone like is there to learn or do like if you're like I'm just thinking like it's like me and my like in your major in college, right? So like in your major in college, everyone's there to do whatever, like lawyer, or for me it's like storyboarding or business. Like we all have like similar interests, but we don't fucking all get along. What do you think? You're crazy? Like nah, man. Like fuck no. It's kind of like that, and a lot of people don't understand that, and it's kind of funny. Let's be honest, it's a little funny. Now, do I laugh at people's pain sometimes? Yeah. Is it probably okay? No. Yeah, this is a really chill fandom, a bit chaotic, but it's all in fun at the end of it all. We were watching a bunch of 20, 30-year-olds play something Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, it's really stupid, and like, I think that's why I love it so much. I'm like, yeah, I'm chill here, and everyone else is like, ah. And it's usually like the younger fans too that are just like, oh my god, everything's gonna end. Why are they like this? I'm like, guys, it's really chill. And they're like, what? What do you mean chill? And I'm like, guys, please. Guys, it's really chill. It's like, why are they trying to cancel them all the time? I'm like, oh, they've never been on a ship war. Sometimes I imagine Minecraft fans in ship wars, and I laugh. And I laugh very hard because it's funny to me. Because I just imagine them going to like different fandoms and being like, what the fuck is a ship war? And not knowing how toxic ship wars can come. And then being like, haha, smile. You thought Minecraft was toxic. Meet the ship wars. Where we cancel each other over fictional characters. It's so stupid. Listen, if you're not having fun with the fandom, you should leave the fandom. But understand that this is a pretty chill fandom. Compared to most. Listen, they weren't here during like fandoms, whatever, like how many years? Like God, like 3 years ago fandoms were shit. 4, 5 years ago fandoms. Like 2017 fandoms. Yeah. Ship war is so funny, so pointless. Me multi-shipping? Yes, let's go. I was a multi-shipper. I was multi-shipper. Boy. It's also funny that like duos are kind of like ships. And when duos fight, they're kind of like having a mini ship war, and we just don't tell the duo people that because they get mad at us for thinking like that. But like, let's be honest, duos are just ships. It's just not romantic. Let's be honest. Okay. Anyways, and then we have trios, and let's be honest, those are just the three, the love triangles, but without the romantic. Let's be honest, guys. It's so funny because they're doing fandom behavior, but they're like, we're not like other fandoms, we're different, hair flip. It's like, okay, you be over there, I'll be over here, we'll be chill. It's so funny to me, like certain things they do, I'm like, yeah, yeah, good job, yeah. You want to go to the watch husband will tell you. Those fans are absolute ape shit. Something I haven't seen that haven't even been released yet. Yeah. Or like Ed's World fandom. Or League of Legends. Any of them that are known for being toxic. And it's just being like, yes. You think this is toxic? Oh, you have nothing. You don't know. They don't know. But they laugh. Send help. They don't know. They're gonna be pleasantly surprised or disappointedly surprised. What if comics fandom are shit. Just anything. Anything that was made in like 2017 has probably a shit fandom, I'm gonna be honest. But like, that's why you're here, right? You're here for sometimes shit fandoms. You don't join a fandom and be like, ah yes, sunshine and rainbows. Nah, you join a fandom because you're like, I want to watch the world burn. Yeah. That's the opinion. Oops. Cause I really know what hopeless means, but focus seems to stem from the darkest themes. Don't park your dream, get a jump start and dream of everything you thought you ever wanted to be. Then mark your team together, you could be something. But yeah, I really like this fandom. I don't think I'll be leaving anytime soon. I will probably be focusing a little bit more on OC stuff because I like OC shit. But I'm not gonna be leaving this fandom anytime soon. We're back in 2020. One of my favorite animes got a sequel and people went insane over canning couple people screaming the character was older than character B. Dude, the weird ships, I live for them. I was a Bill Dip shipper. So yeah. People are like, oh, gross. I'm like, they're literal fictional characters. Shut the fuck up. Let me have this. It makes me happy. Leave me alone. Also, I aged Dipper up. I was like Dipper coming back after like multiple years. But like, let's be honest, kind of cute. But like, yeah. Like, dude. Also, I just shipped like the unpopular canon, like unpopular, like the second in line. Like not the popular ship, but the second one, the second most popular ship. I know his name's not McCree anymore, but Genji and McCree, my boys. Also, it's usually green and red, which only now have I realized that, and it makes a lot of sense. But we don't ask questions. I like the red-green combo. Don't come at me. Which I only realized after I was like, oh my god, I really like the Phil and Techno combo, and then I was like, oh fuck, they're all red-green. Shits and help. In fact, and Bryn got married and had kids. People were mad because he met her, but she was still a child. Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. They're like, awful. I can change them. It's like they're fictional, they're not real. It's like, no, I can change them. Faints on the bed. It's like, okay, well. Who's gonna tell them that their characters aren't real? It's like, no one. It's like, listen, they're cute. It's like, that's not, no. Listen, if he met her when she was like an adult, but still had that giant age gap, like, no one would care. That's the funny thing. Everyone would be like, that seems right. It's like, what? That's what she said.
Souls go when they die.
She said, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I was, if I have time tomorrow, since it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, right? I was gonna draw some of my ships that I've shipped. Some of my top shippers, shippy boys. You know? I thought that might be fun. Or some of my top OCs, like, couple stuff that I've done. Because I thought that might be interesting. stay stream. But yeah. You know what? We're gonna do this because I need to have her drop it. So we're gonna have her just twist her hand. We're just gonna take this and go loop upside down. That's what she said. That's not right. That looks wrong. Hold on. If my brain stops tilting. Oh, fuck you, thingy. I want to make something with Phil and Mumza. They're such couple goals. They are couple goals. How do hand work? Okay, I think I got hand wrong, but do I care? Is the real question. Do I care that I got hand wrong? No? Yes? Maybe so? I would like to... Mumza and Phil are so cute. They are very cute. I hate drawing real people, which always makes me like hesitant to draw that, but like if I draw it as like characters, I'm more likely to do it. Oh, also that made me remind me. So after I post this and hopefully get a slight bit more clout, I'm going to host a map. Now, everyone hears this and they're like, oh fuck, I'm not talented. Bitch, you think I can host a popular map? Nah, man. You think I can host a big boy map? Nah, this is gonna be beginner friendly shit show. You seem like you sub count. The thumb would be on the other side of the hand if it were stick. Yeah, I know. But yeah, he's gonna hit the whip. Oh, but yeah. So I'm doing a beginner-friendly map. It's gonna be slightly scripted. So like, if you're like, I have no clue what to do, it's gonna be slightly scripted, and I can give you like a more hard script if like people need it and everything. But yeah, and I'm gonna have designs and shit. Listen, I just want to host a map. I don't even have to be in it. I just want to host the thing. I want to host shit shows. And like, it's gonna be beginners, and it's not, and you don't have to animate, and I think it'd be fun. And I think if we could actually start Dream SMP people actually doing maps more often, we could rival Warrior Cats, and Warrior Cats will fear for their lives. They will not be the only animation people, because let's be honest, right now it's Warrior Cats and that's it. Warrior Cats and maybe D&D controlling the animation space. But imagine Dream SMP coming in and they'd be like, we can draw humans, and Warrior Cats would be afraid. Because Warrior Cat people can only draw cats. And we come in and we're like, cracks knuckles, let's go. We draw humans. Dun dun dun. Because we're like an animation-based fandom too. But we haven't discovered maps. Which is funny. And like Warrior Cats like invented maps. So like, you know, let's rival Warrior Cats. They've held on to the title of fandom of animation for too long. They don't deserve it. Fuck them. I want Warrior Cats to be mad at me. I would totally sign up back. Yeah, I'm gonna I want to post this thing, this one first, and then it can be like a PMV too. Like if you don't want to like animate and just want to PMV it, and just do like a picture, like pretty pictures, like that's fine. Like chill, I'm chill with that. I just want to rival Warrior Cast. Like, is that allowed? Like, can I do that? But yeah, I'm gonna host a map, and I already have the song. Wait, I can show you the song. Do you want to hear the song? I got the song and most of the script done, and I have someone else helping me on Twitter with some of the designs. So, and they're gonna be like animator-friendly designs because I do not want animators to murder me in my sleep. That would be, then I can't stream, you know? Like, what the fuck? I can't stream if I have that. Well, let me show you the song. And if this goes well, if like people actually want to do it, like if this actually like posts, because I would really like it to be posted by the independence, the signing of the independence of Lemberg. So if this goes well and like actually posts on time, I have 2 more planned because I think it'd be fun to do a series. So here the boy is. This is the song I have planned for it. But it'd be the story of Lemberg. Like, I would go through all of Lemberg's life. Like, the city. Not just, like, Wilbur. So, yeah. Because I figured the first one would be easier to do with, like, not, like, limiting it to only techno Twitter. Or techno fans, or only Phil fans. Like, get everyone. And then you can, like, limit people down. So, this is, like, everyone. And then I'll probably just do a techno map. Because let's be honest. But yeah, this is supposed to be a story of Lemberg. But I've been planning this one for like a couple months now. And man knows I'm gonna boost this so hard. Wilbur blows up Lemberg. Bill kills Wilbur. Techno. Probably decides to rebuild Lemberg. I'm hoping to get this map call out by March, by the way. So, that's close. That's close. I basically plan to post this, and then the week after I post this, put out the map call. So, once this goes out, just know that the map call is probably the next week after. Quackly and Tubbo. And Execution. So yeah. As soon as I finish this is when I post the map call. I think I need to see.
Just a part I portray. This is just a part I portray. I don't know how it got this way.
And this is Tommy and Tubbo overlooking destruction of Lamambar. My God, the boys. Yeah. So yeah, that's a boy that I'm working on slowly but surely. So yeah, she should come out right after this gets released. So that should be fun. Probably, yeah. Yeah. So that should be fun. Nothing issue there. But I'm really excited for that. Like, one of my dreams has been to host a map, so I really hope it works. A lot of my animator friends are like, you can't host a map yet, but I decided this year that I'm going to try. They say I need more clout, so I'm trying to get a little bit more clout before we do it. But yeah, with this animatic, but yeah, we're gonna boost it like crazy. But yeah, yeah, my dream for a while has been to host a map, so I'm really hoping this works. And like, I'll edit it, of course, and everything. But I think there's about 20 parts, so. There's about 20 parts, so like, yeah. And then backups are always going to be open. Because, let's be honest, I'll probably do them. Backups will probably get, at minimum, 2 weeks. At most, as much as everyone else. And then I'm hoping to give everyone else at least like a couple months. So. And then having it edited and ready to go by the time Lamanberg is born with the Independence. And then having it come out on Independence of Lamanberg. That's the plan. So we'll see if that actually happens. That's better.
Just one moment, a life in liberty, and pursuit of victory gone.
souls go when they die.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down.
Oh, when they die. And if you listen real close,
Searching for the lost and found. But you don't care. You're on
I think that looks good, and then we'll have her doing
for all the poor souls go when they
It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. Me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me.
souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, and if you listen, for all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen,
I do like that. That's very nice. We'll turn that down a bit. Maybe skip that song. Okay. And it's very nice. I do like that one.
a hill at the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can.
So we just have to translate that. So we can still have that like dropping effect that I want with the sand, but we do it with the hair and have it drop down. I could even have it like pass in front of him. I don't think I have a lot of time for that, but I think I could make it happen.
There is a hill at the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive. There is a hill at the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die.
That's fast. Let's see if we can slow that down a bit more.
Of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive.
Okay, that's a little heavy there. Again, the frames are a bit messed up, but it's easy just adjustment. I did send this to my professor. So when I say my professor, I mean my professor for storytelling. Or not storytelling, but for storyboarding. Technically, he's comics professor. So, like, you know, that's a little different. But, storyboarding and comics are sort of the same thing. They're just in different ways. So I sent this to my comics professor.
There is a hill at the bottom of the valley,
and I asked him if
where
he
all
could
the
review
poor
it.
souls
I haven't gotten
go
a
when they
response
die.
yet, so.
And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive. There is a town at the bottom of that hill. They got a secret that they keep like a slave. They got a black magic preacher. You do well to let them teach her. You'll be headed up that hill too.
What the fuck is in my eye? I have done absolutely nothing. What the fuck is in my eye? I can't tell. It hurts, but I don't know what the fuck's in it. Oh, there is something in it because my eye's watering as fuck. But I can't get it out, so I'll just let the eye deal with it. Yeah. But this whole scene is gonna be her from far away taking her hair down and cutting. I guess we have to translate this scene.
At the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you
What if we just...
at the bottom of the valley, where all the
What if we just did this?
bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive. At the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. And if you listen real close, you can hear them like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive.
Oh my fucking...
Gonna make it out alive. There is a town.
I don't know why it messes up so bad.
Saying you're never gonna make it out alive. There is a town at the bottom of that hill. They got a secret that they keep like a
Like
slave.
slave? Okay.
There is a hill at the bottom of the valley, where all the poor souls go when they die. Where all the poor souls go when they...
Oh, this is a techno song. This is a techno song. I use this for Techno Speed Pay. I think for Red Bread Festival. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I ran out of caffeine, so if I sound like I'm dying inside, that's probably why. I'm gonna be honest. I do got water, so I won't die as much inside. Okay, wait. We'll just do this. Hold on. I just cut this one in half, so we'll just slap that boy over here. Make sure it lines up with 18. It does, so we'll just... This is how we'll do it. And then we'll just... I'll just do this. Hold on. God, anymore. Oh, on Twitter, so a lot of stuff has happened on Twitter. I got a lot of followers. I got this really famous person follow me with 81K followers. She's like verified and like was on like multiple TV shows. I don't know why she followed me, but she did. And now I'm just left there questioning my existence. No, as you do. But like what the fuck is she doing? Her literal description of her Twitter bio is Christ lover, vegan, other activist, or actor. Listen, it's literally like half of the stuff on there are like stuff I'm not. I'm just not. Like, I'm not religious, but if I was, I'm pretty sure I would be going to hell, and then like, and then the other thing is like, I'm definitely not vegan. Listen, if me, What the fuck is there? What the fuck is that? Hello? Hello? Photoshop? Okay, we're gonna save real fast. We're gonna close out and then reopen Photoshop because... Okay, hold on. Let me see about this. What the fuck is happening, Photoshop? You're gonna need... I need you to stop being fucking weird. What the fuck are you doing? Hello? Okay, let's save that, I think, and see if we can close off the file and restart it. So we saved it. Close out. Okay, that's a little weird, not gonna lie. Photoshop, please. I know you've been open for a while, boy, but please stop. Yeah. Are you better? Are you feeling better? Okay, we're just gonna close off all of Photoshop. Because it's just not letting me use a brush. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting development. Yes, yes, interesting development. No issues there at all. My whole computer seems to be lagging. Open that back up. The whole computer is lagging like a motherfucker. Yeah. What are we at? 3 hours? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it real fast. Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed the stream. So, I have a techno video coming out this week, so please, if you aren't already, subscribe for that. That'd be fun. Yeah. Oh, Photoshop is not reopening, so yeah, we're fucked. Yeah. So, don't let the badgers bite. Don't fucking die. I better see you back here next time, and I'll try not to get robbed on the way. I better see you back next time. Better not fucking die, I swear to God. And see y'all later. See ya. I swear to God, if you fucking die, don't let the badgers bite either. Don't fucking die, I swear. I'm watching you.